Many people that did great in high school math are going to have a tough time solving this problem. But here is the deal. If you understand basic geometry and algebra, you ought to be able to solve it. All right, so what is the question? Well, we have a circle inscribed in this triangle. And this side of the triangle is 9, this side is 15, and this side is 12. Now, this side of the triangle is broken up with segments A and B. And what we want to solve for is this length right here, A. All right, so we do have a multiple choice question here, and let's take a look at our answers. So A is 1, B is 2, C is 3, and D is 4. Now, feel free to use a calculator, but if you think you know the answer, go ahead and put that into the comment section because I'm going to go through and explain exactly how easy it is to solve this problem, especially if you understand basic geometry and algebra. So the first thing that we need to do here is start to kind of build out this diagram with additional information. So of course we're trying to solve for A, but what else do we know about what's going on here? Well, let's take a look at this right here, this segment, and this segment would be considered what we call a tangent line because this line is actually touching the circle in one exact point. So when you have a circle inscribed in a triangle, it's only touching the triangle at one exact point. That's called a tangent point. So if you kind of visually look here, it looks like length B is the same as this length right here, and that is actually true. So this length right here is B, so this side right here is also B. Okay, so we can see that this line segment A is going to be the same as this right here, this distance. So this is A as well. All right, so we have A here, B here, and B here. Okay, now there's one more obvious relationship that we can kind of build from this diagram and hopefully solve, but let's go ahead and take a look at that right now. All right, so we kind of already talked about these tangent lines. So if this side is B, then this side is B as well, and if this side is A, this side is A as well. But if we add A and B together, we're going to get what? Well, we're going to get 12. So we can create this relationship right here, or this equation. So A plus B is equal to 12. All right, so if you were able to determine this, that is fantastic because you're well on your way to figuring this out. Okay, now we have an equation here in two variables, A and B, and we want to solve for A. So what do we need to do? Well, in algebra, if you have two variables and you only have one equation, you're going to need to build another equation with both of these variables in order to solve it. And what we're talking about here is something called a system of equations. So we're going to have to figure out how to build another equation with both A and B in it from this information right here. And this is going to be the tricky part of this problem. Okay, so what we can do here is look at this distance right here. And we don't know what this is, so we'll go ahead and assign a variable like x to it. But we do know that whatever this length is the same. So if this is x as well. And now this is going to make this very interesting because we can build new equations. Because x plus a is going to be equal to 9. And x plus b is going to be equal to 15. So you might be saying, well, how is this going to help us? Well, we got to write these equations down first, and then we'll think about the algebra second. All right, so here are the equations that we have. So we know that a plus b is equal to 12, and now we know that a plus x is equal to 9. Remember, going up here, we're going to let this variable be equal to x. So x plus a is going to be equal to 9. And now here we could see that x plus b is going to be equal to 15. So now we have these other equations. So we have a plus x is equal to 9 and b plus x is equal to 15. Now remember, we want to use this equation and we want to come up with another equation where we only have the variables a and b. But we can actually form another equation with only a and b by using these two equations right here and getting rid of the x. So this is where your algebra skills are going to come in. And what we're talking about here is like first year algebra. Okay, so here are the three equations that we built. And now what we want to do is get rid of these x's right here. So we could do this by simply subtracting this equation from this equation. And this is perfectly allowed in algebra. And the topic that we're talking about here is something called systems of equations. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. And you're going to see that this is going to really help us out. So here is our first equation. We have a plus x is equal to 9. And we're going to subtract this second equation from the first equation to form a new equation. So to subtract this second equation from the first equation, what we need to do is write it like this. So we're going to go ahead and distribute this negative sign to each term of this second equation. And when we do that, we're going to come up with this. All right, so we have our first equation here, a plus x is equal to 9. And then we're going to take this negative, or negative 1, and multiply it into each term. So we're going to get negative b, negative x, and negative 15. All right, now what we need to do is add down in a column manner. Again, we're talking about basic systems, things that you learn in first year algebra. Okay, so we're going to add down in a column manner, and when we do this, let's see what happens. So we're going to end up with a minus b, or a plus negative b. And then here we have a positive x minus x, so the x's go away. And then 9 plus negative 15 is negative 6. All right, so now we have a new equation that involves the variables a and b. Okay, so now we're down to this. We have a plus negative b is equal to negative 6, this new equation that we just built. And our original equation, a plus b is equal to 12. Okay, so this now is enough information to solve for the variable a if you understand how to solve two variable linear systems. By the way, if you really want to learn algebra and geometry or any other level of math, make sure to check out my full main math courses. You can find links to those in the description of this video. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and solve for a, and this is going to be super simple because here are our two equations. So we have a plus negative b is equal to negative 6, and a plus b is equal to 12. So what we can do is use something called a linear combination. Again, what we're going to do is add down in a column manner so we can eliminate one of these variables, and that will be b. So we're going to end up with a plus a, that's going to be 2a. Negative b plus b is 0, so that b goes away, and negative 6 plus 12 is a positive 6. Okay, so here we have a one-step equation. So to solve for a, all we have to do is divide both sides of the equation by 2, so a is equal to 3. All right, so that is the answer. So the correct response would have been C, which is 3. Okay, now if you got this right, well, that is super impressive. Matter of fact, I got to give you a happy face and an A+. And if you were in my math class, I'd be like, how did you do so well? You're probably watching that guy on YouTube. Now, if you didn't get this right, but you enjoyed this video, well, you can definitely learn this. Just remember, when you are studying math, there is a lot of details, right? So if you don't understand something, you got to go back and review. So the key to really mastering math is practicing and taking notes. All right, now if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like and subscribe. And with all that being said, I definitely wish you all the best in your math adventures. Thank you for your time and have a great day.